Alright, I want to show you everything you need to know about making money on LinkedIn while working about 60 minutes a day. Hi, I'm Anupanimesh from clientacquisition.in and I've been deep in LinkedIn client acquisition for the past 3 years and I want to share the exact daily process that actually helps me and my clients book fuck ton of calls, right? Because there's a lot of stuff you can do on LinkedIn that doesn't make you money and I want to cut through all of that BS. So let me just walk you through the whole thing. One goal that makes everything simple. People who start doing anything on LinkedIn every single day, I just want to give you the one idea that once it clicks, like once you understand this, nothing on LinkedIn will confuse you ever again, right? The entire goal of LinkedIn is to start as many good quality conversations with your ideal clients as possible. Like that's it. And the way you start conversations with people is really simple. You post content that your ideal clients are actually interested in and they engage with it, or they look at your profile. You comment on other people's posts and have conversations in the comments, and you send messages to people directly, right? This leads to good quality conversations, and then trust builds over time through interactions, and then your ideal clients eventually want to buy from you because you become the person they have to automatically think of when they like finally find the problem to solve, right? Once these clicks will know exactly what you are doing every single day and why. Everything else like your needs, your offer, your content, your DMs, it all exists just so you can have good quality conversations with the right people, right? LinkedIn literally calls itself a networking platform. It tells you what to do, just be a normal human being and chat to people, right? Think of this as in-person networking. But the difference between in-person networking and LinkedIn is that online you can like share conversations with a lot more people in compared to in-person networking. Next, your needs is the bond. There are two things that make conversations work. And think about when you meet someone out in the wild, right? Think of your needs like a pond. Most people are out fishing in the entire ocean, like casting all day, casting nothing, right? For example, when someone says, I help CEOs build their personal brand, they're casting a line out in the Pacific Ocean and they really don't know what's going on, right? Instead, you want to be focusing on a smaller niche, and that's how you make real money, right? Few examples of people I have seen do this well. Some people are from network and some are my like current clients as well, right? One person only has about 2,500 followers, but she got invited to write a column based entirely of her in LinkedIn content, right? Another guy that I know literally says he helps corporate affairs leaders get a seat at the table. He's also known as the corporate affair guy, and you can check him out as well. You can do some research who's the corporate affair guy. And another person helps engineers find a better role. These people sell real things to a small pond. And the great thing about social media now is that because of the algorithms are interest based and AI based, when you post something that's interesting to a smaller subset, the algorithm points it to those like exact people, right? It knows who they are, and this is why when you like open up Instagram or LinkedIn, you're like, damn, this is everything related to me, right? Because the algorithm is basically designed like that, right? If you are doing a really like broad niche, it's really never going to work. And your offer is the bait. A lot of people, even though they have a good niche, their offer just stinks, and it's not something people are ever going to buy, right? You don't need a big pond, you just need the right fish, right? I've seen someone get a post with like 298 impressions and book three clients worth about like 25,000 pounds from it, right? You don't actually need views at all. What you really need is good quality conversations. So that brings us to our next topic, which is the three ways to start conversations. Once your point is right, there are three ways to start conversations, and there's no limit to how many you can have, right? Content is you putting out a net. When people go fishing, they trawl with a net, and that is content basically. They're just casting a net out, right? Comments are when you leave comments on other people's posts, basically your ICP or your clients. That's like dropping a phishing line everywhere. You're just dropping lines every single place, right? DMs as pure phishing. That's when you are literally going out and hunting. And obviously, if you are like producing quality content that people are interested in, it's easier to have conversations because you have got fish in the net already. The whole game is to move as many people into your DMs as possible, right? Likes are just charm for professionals. Likes and comments like make a big splash in the water, but splash isn't a piece in the boat, right? You know what I mean? LinkedIn doesn't care whether you make money. You can get like 5 to 10,000 likes and no leads at all. And the real thing you are chasing is for someone to see your stuff, basically your ICP, your client, and really think like, holy shit, that's me. Likes doesn't equal leads. I've seen someone get about 100 likes and 15 comments on a post and book about 5 clients from it because its ideal clients really like resonate with it. And you don't need like crazy engagement, you need the right engagement, right? That brings us to our next thing, the 10-10-1 daily ritual. This is why I created the 10-10-1 daily ritual, and you will hear me talk about this constantly. And daily rituals are really important. The stuff you do every single day like dictates who you are. Actions precede everything else, right? So really simple. You want to put out one post per day, 10 comments per day, and at least 10 DMs per day, right? 10 cold traffic DMs basically to new people. And well, basically previous clients, the previous messages follow messages doesn't count as new messages. So you need to like send at least 10 DMs, at least 10 outreach per day minimum, right? That is the bare minimum, like bare minimum. If you want clients and you don't have clients, the only thing you should be doing right now is getting better at this to get more clients, right? If you don't start conversations with people, it will not work. Why it works is because trust is just time and touches, and that's all it is. When you build trust with someone, you are talking them from being a stranger who doesn't know you from a bar of soap to being a trusted advisor, right? The person they think of first when they finally have the right problem like you solve is you. You build trust with people through interactions, through talking to them, through just knowing someone exists and seeing them on social media, which creates like affinity over time. And the reason people don't make money is they just don't have enough conversations, right? Nobody tells you that in every Disney movie you have ever watched, someone gets one big break and then they have made it, right? It doesn't work like that. You just exercise every single day, boom, 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 and you just put out 10, 20, 100 times the amount of reach outs you even think it possible and just do more, right? That's where the luck comes from. Like Alex Hormozy says, volume negatives luck, right? Log is built in the surface area. You increase your surface area for log by putting out more volume, right? The reason people don't do it genuinely is just because it feels weird and it's hard. 99% of people on LinkedIn will not send messages to strangers. Most people won't post content at all. So then they won't leave comments because they're afraid to be judged, and they won't send DMs because they don't want to get rejected. The only way to get over this is just to do it. Like just do it, right? There's no way to finesse your way out of it. I've seen people go from zero clients to closing like 10 in a week once they got comfortable with DMs. And what they say was it took about 40 to 60 hours of DMing back and forth, having conversations before he started feeling comfortable, right? And that's just bare minimum, that's just how the game works. And then what happens is they go from not enjoying the DS to actually having fun without this, right? So just that if you don't know what to say in the comments, just leave any comment whatsoever about the post that you see. If you don't know what to say in the DM, just say hey, how are you doing? Like how's your day going? Just begin with the interaction, just tell something specific about that post, etc. And just start a conversation, right? The only way you learn is by doing more. Next thing is the three types of leads. Alright, let's walk you through the three types of leads on LinkedIn, and the only difference is how much they already trust you. Everyone who lands in your DMs is one of the three types, right? Cold leads don't even know you exist. Intent leads have shown you a little bit of trust. One leads are basically inbound or referrals. Your job is the same with all three. Build trust. The only difference is how long it takes, right? Cold leads take longer to build trust with. You need more content consumptions. You need more time with them. Intent leads are a bit shorter. One leads are the shortest, right? A lot of people close a lot of deals from referrals because the person already trusts them. For cold leads, you just have to spend more time getting to know them, right? That brings us to our next step. Cold leads is adding people to your network every single day. Cold leads sound scary because they are total strangers who have no idea who you are. But the trick is you don't reach out to random strangers. You reach out to the clones of your best clients or whatever your potential best clients would look like, right? It's the same kind of person you have already had, so you are never really a stranger in their world. All I tend to do is stop being a stranger to this one specific person, right? So you just build a list of clones of your best clients because if you have got a good client, you already know what their problems most likely are. The percentage of you having a good quality conversation with them is high, right? You can send LinkedIn about 150 to 200 connection requests a week. You want to like max those out every single week. Just think about the math. If you do like 200 a week and 25% of them have sets, that's 50 a week. And that's not even like exaggerating the numbers. I get almost like 54% reply rates on my cold outreach DMs, right? And those are also automated as well with AI. So yeah, 20% is bare minimum. And if you like only do it within a year, like that's like 2500 extra connections a year of your ideal clients who have given you permission to speak to them. Right? That's like building a 2500 person email list literally for free. I would highly suggest getting Sales Navigator. Like LinkedIn lets you send lots of messages pretty much without looking at you sideways, and it gives you way better functionality as well. And With pros, it works a lot better too. Pros is basically a LinkedIn like AI automation tool. I'm not affiliated with them, but I've worked with them. I know the founder, and it's just what I use, to be honest. So the process is basically simple. You build a list using Sales Navigator, searching for your ideal client profile. You connect to it 20 to 40 people per day, and once they accept, you just say hi. And the whole goal is just to get a reply, build trust, high conversion, and book a call, right? And I just like made another video going through how you can script Sales Navigator, how you can automate the whole process with Prosp as well. Like basically sending DMs, sending voice notes as well. Everything will be automated through AI. So you can check this out. Just find out on my channel, right? We are not going cold to random people. We are reaching out to people who are somewhat similar to your existing clients or within the same ecosystem, right? We are keeping it within the same culture basically. And the weekly move is just to 20 to 40 connection requests per day. If they accept, say hi, just get a reply, build trust, no hop on a call, just talk to them. Even if you suck at messaging right now, you just connect, like talk to people every single month, get 50 attendance and 200 people per week. You can just start conversations with right off the bat. Don't overthink the list, just build a simple one and start connecting. You'll refine it over time, right? You'll build the skill over time. Next thing we have is intent leads. People already nibbling at your line. So the second thing we are going to do every single day is reach out to intent leads, right? An intent lead is someone who has shown some type of signal, then might be interested in what you sell. They have engaged on your content, a competitor's content, view your profile, or send you a connection request, right? Think of it like the fish are already in the pond, and these are the ones nibbling at your line. How hard the bite tells you how warm they are, right? A tiny like is a small nibble, and a long comment is a proper bite. Like think of it like this way, right? All they're doing is capturing them and scooping them into your net, so it's easy to go talk to them. There are a few types of intent leads. Someone who viewed your profile after you shared content, they are somewhat interested, but someone who sent you a connection request, also an intent lead, and someone who commented or liked your post where you are talking about helping the like exact type of people you help, those are also intent leads. Another level of intent is if a competitor posts content about the exact thing you do and someone engages with that, right? That's one signal they might be interested. And sometimes people will follow you but do not connect with you. That's also an intent as well. So here's how I run this daily. I use pros to extract the people who have engaged on my content. So for example, if a post got like 100 likes and 40 comments, I want to know who those people are. I extract that list and run it through my ICP filters in Sales Navigator to find out who my ideal clients are, right? And then I reach out to those people. If you are not getting ideal clients engaging on your content, I need a computer's post and extract their engagers instead. For profile viewers, I scroll through once every 24 hours and look at who my ideal clients are. If someone looks like a potential client, I send a console request and a short like personal message, right? Basically, hey, saw you checked out my profile, saw my post about whatever topic that was, and what got up. I basically the goal is to start conversation, as I said before. For conversation request, every day I go through who has tried to connect with me in the past 24 hours, accept the ones who are ideal potential clients, and immediately start a conversation. Right? The daily process is simple, like check profile viewers, reach out to ideal clients, check new connections, start conversations with ideal clients, check post engagement through Trust, reach out to anyone who engages and matches your ICP. The last type is warm leads, and these are the easiest because they trust you the most. They maybe already made a decision that they might want to work with you and just want to have a discussion, right? The whole game with warm leads is speed. Speed to lead is everything. Here's why, because let's say someone's had a terrible day at work, right? Their boss didn't appreciate them. They went home and they are frustrated and they've been following your content and finally they reach out, right? If you don't get back to them within a few hours, they might cool down after a weekend, having a good day with family, etc., and forget about it for a bit. The emotional charge is gone, right? We are catching someone when the emotion is hot and like get to them immediately. So when a warm lead comes in, you reply fast, you chat like a human, you quickly like qualify them. You say, hey, before we jump on a call, can I ask you a couple of questions, like quick questions, to make sure I might even be able to help, right? You get your answers, ask about when they are free, book a call, have a conversation, and try to turn them into a client, right? Don't sit on one list. This is how you kill them, like progress it, move it, and qualify it, get them on a call, and the quicker you get back to them, the better. At last, a quick overview of the whole thing. Here's everything you need to do every single day. The 10-10-1, one post, 10 comments, 10 DMs every single day minimum. That's non-negotiable. And for the DMs, we are doing two things basically. We are adding 200 connection requests a week to cold leads who are like clone of your best clients. and every day you are like engaging with intent leads through profile viewers, new connections and post engagement, right? And when one leads come in, you respond immediately, right? The goal is simple here: take as many people who don't trust you to trusting you, because if you have an inbox full of thousands of people who really like and trust you, when they finally have a problem you solve, you are the first person they are going to come, right? The reason people don't win at this is not because they don't know what to do, it's because they don't do it constantly. And there's no hack that replaces volume and consistency. You just have to do it every single day, right? And you can use AI and basically automate every single step that I just said, and already made a video about this on my channel. Just check that out, right? And if you want help scaling up your entire LinkedIn client acquisition system, or want to see how I run this for clients, at clientacquisition.in to get like 50 to 30 qualified leads every single month. Link in the description to book a call or send me an email if you have any inquiries, right? See you in the next one. Bye.